Happy New Day, CSA. I trust everybody is doing well. If you are not, affirm I'm a life-giving spirit made in the image and likeness of God. Today's lesson sermon is on the laws of abundance, one of the topics in Studies of Truth, Explorations in Metaphysical Thought by Mr. Roy Eugene Davis, our beloved great guru. Hundreds of books and thousands of articles have been written on the laws of abundance. This literature is read by people who are seeking to learn how to improve upon their conditions. Yet, as we look about us and observe the lives of countless metaphysical students, do we see many prosperous people? Why not? Why, in spite of the many explanations, we find it hard to manifest abundance in our lives? Please, a caution before I go on. On Thursday, the Reverend told us about two young men who were seeking to further their ambition through stealing. You see, stealing and scamming are not the ways to abundance and prosperity. They are definitely not. You see, stealing is taking what doesn't belong to you. And no scripture on this planet Earth, Bhagavad Gita, the Yoga Sutras, the Bible, the Quran, tells anybody to steal. Stealing is taking what is not yours by right of consciousness. So that is it. Never feel that scheming, stealing, and scamming can lead you anywhere. They are negative, antisocial behaviors. In speaking of abundance, of course, I'm not speaking only of money. I'm referring to an adequate supply of all things necessary for a rich, full life. I hope we've heard that. In speaking of abundance, of course, I'm not speaking only of money. I'm referring to an adequate supply of all things necessary to a rich, full life. The world contains all man needs for his convenience. It is available if our mental attitude is properly adjusted and we learn how to appropriate what we need. This is a key, the adjustment of the mental attitude and the intelligence to appropriate needed things and to use them wisely. Some people cannot adjust their mental attitude to the place where they feel worthy of having abundance in their lives. They have a negative attitude in life. They are playing the game of I never have enough of anything. In this way, they can be irresponsible, attract attention, and gain sympathy from others. There are those, of course, who have been trained from their early years to think only in terms of lack and limitation. There are those, of course, who have been trained from their early years to think only in terms of lack and limitation. As for this family, we haven't got to. Don't go and do anything that will bring trouble to us. Everything do is small. They are training you for lack and limitation in your early years. They are conditioned to believe this way. It is their karma. But these conditions can be changed. We do not have to remain victims of subconscious patterns. What do we think of ourselves? Are we ready? Are we worthy of abundance? Are we worthy of happiness? Are we worthy of being loved? These are questions which require honest answers. One thing Roy Eugene Davis is telling us that we must be self-inquirious. We must dive deep into our consciousness and see if there are any hidden gems there, things which are preventing us from fulfilling our destiny in life. Remember that we are here to fulfill our spiritual destiny. It is not the same. The spiritual destiny is not the same for everybody. It's the same spiritual destiny we have, but every code reads differently for everybody. So let us not say that because John is driving a Honda, I must force and buy a Honda. If Auntie P is doing this, must also. No, 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 no. Find your place in life and what God has brought you here to do and fulfill it. These are questions which require honest answers. Do we feel that money is the root of all evil? It may be that we have forgotten the correct original statement. The love of money is the root of all evil. The love of anything is bondage. Love of anything is attachment to anything, is bondage. We can be attached to any number of things in this world. By the way, if you want to be attached to any form of bondage, be attached to God. That is the only true bondage in this world. Be attached to God and His prophets. The true origin and nature of things. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. All that we behold through our senses, every material thing, is in reality consciousness formed as we behold it. Remember that the building block of all creation is the atom. So they said everything that we behold is in reality consciousness formed. No thing is in itself good or evil. It is up to us to learn to make wise use of the symbols and forms of this world. It's very important. We have to learn to make wise use of the symbols and forms of this world and not be attached to anything, be it money, gold, silver, possessions, whatever. Remember, one day we will leave them all on earth, and as Yogananda said, they'll be redistributed to other people. It's a question. No thing is in itself good or evil. It is up to us to learn to make wise use of the symbols and forms of this world. This is our personal responsibility and will enable us to master ourselves. The plants that grow and give forth fruit, the water we drink, materials used in shelter and transportation, all are formed of the same basic substance. How we use the things of this world is the determining factor. It is really true. How we use the things of this world is the determining factor. Let us not be attached to them. If you have a little money today, don't say, I'm champion, I'm Lord of the Lords. Remember that the money can vanish. The same way it came to you, it can. Money is like ice block. When the sun shines, it melts. Remember that. All are formed of the same basic substance. How we use the things of the world is the determining factor. Money is a medium of exchange. We render service and we are paid in service units or dollars or cedis or whatever currency. We exchange these units for what we desire. So money is a convenience. Nothing more, nothing less. Money is not power. Money is a convenience. Nothing more, nothing less. Most people work hard for their money. They exchange time and effort for the money they earn. Are you making wise use of your money, which is your life? Your money is your life. Are you making wise use of your money, or are you wasting it on unnecessary things? Are you working merely to provide for the body, or are you spending a portion of your money, which is your life, to help others, to spread the message of enlightenment, so that at least part of our life is for the good of mankind? You see, there is nobody who is prosperous who has lived for himself, no matter what. Yesterday, they buried the late Pope Francis, and everybody who has known him, or all the tributes to him, have been very good and very, let's take it, purposeful, very positive. If there is nobody who is an example, we have our own example here, Reverend Samuel Sasu. He has never changed from the time in 1979 since I met him. He is never greedy. He is never what. He's simple, down to earth, and he's ready to help each and every one of us. So let's all learn from him and Pope Francis. Are you making wise use of your money, or are you wasting of your life, your money, and are you wasting it, or are you wasting it? Are you working merely to provide for your body, or are you spending a portion of your money to help others? It's very important. After we have got our money or whatever our resources, let us see whether we can also help others. A little can go a far way. Our blessings do not come from anyone. They flow from life itself. That is the secret. Our blessings do not come from anyone. They flow from life itself. But on this plane, on earth, all money, services, products, etc., flow from people to us, unless, of course, we are working land or mining it. It is impossible not to admit that we must receive some of our services through the efforts of other people. This is one reason why we should be on good terms with all people, not because we want anything from them, but because the infinite works through them, through us all, so that the needs of people are provided. Remember that affirmation: I'm on friendly terms with a friendly universe, because my life is the same life flowing in and through this universe. The universe of the life is also flowing through me and all other people. The correct mental attitude is extremely important. Can you adjust your attitude so you inwardly know that the infinite is appearing as all people and all things of this world? Very, very important. Can you adjust your attitude so that you inwardly know that the infinite is appearing as all people and all things in this world? Can you realize that as a soul, an expression of spirit, you are automatically assured of being supplied with all that you need if you can but remove the mental blocks? When you realize this, the infinite will arrange things in your life so that as you is abundantly supplied. Remember that in every time, every season, there are rich people. There are people who are well-to-do, and in every time, every season, there are also poor people, those who cannot make ends meet. Both people exist throughout creation, in every age, and in every time. So take a decision and know what you want to do and what you want to be. What kind of useful service are you rendering to other people and to the environment we all share? What kind of useful service are you rendering to other people and to the environment we all share? This is a major point, because all the scriptures, all the prophets have said that we should not live unto ourselves. We are not laws unto ourselves. We didn't create ourselves. God created us for a purpose. And our purpose is to try and make the world a better place. Do whatever little you can. What kind of useful service are you rendering to other people and to the environment we all share? Remember, these days, now everything is the environment. So let us not pollute our environment. Let us not spoil our environment. Are you just taking from life, or are you creatively involved in rendering a worthwhile service? Remember that I'm a life-giving spirit made in the image and likeness of God. Not a life-taking spirit, but a life-giving spirit. Are you just taking from life, or are you creatively involved in rendering a worthwhile service? If you are rendering a service, you should be compensated for it. Fair enough. A person who is in business to make money without thinking of rendering a worthwhile service will not be happy or fulfilled. Very true. A person who renders an unwanted service will fail. A person who renders a worthwhile service but who feels unworthy of a person who renders a worthwhile service but who feels unworthy of accepting compensation will likewise fail. So if it is abundance you want in your life, think about what service you can render in quality and quantity. Remember that, like I said, we have a role model in our own Reverend Minister. Health Works is always thinking about how to improve his quality of service, always going abroad, looking at machines, looking at whatever, to give his patients better healing, better service. Please, let's learn from that. So if it is abundance you want in life, think about what service you can render in quality and quantity. How can you be an instrument through and as which God can bless the world? Let us not always think in terms of what is in it for me. You know, there's a joke about our police people. When you go there, they say, "What have you brought?" When they come to you, they say, "What do you have?" Let us not behave like that. When you get an idea about the service you can and should render, realize that the divine intelligence which prompted the idea will also show you how to prosper. Realize that the divine intelligence which prompted the idea will also show you how to prosper if you leave yourself to open to guidance all along the way. Several times we have been taught that in the morning, when you meditate, there's a part for daily inspiration. When you meditate, when you commune with God, what idea has God brought for you to do today? Has he brought definitely God will give you a positive idea, but whatever it is, try to intuit it, learn from it, make it your own, and make the world a better place, because that is what God wants for each and every one of us. When you get an idea about the service you can and should render, realize that the divine intelligence which prompted the idea will also show you how to prosper if you leave yourself open for guidance all along the way. Formless reality takes form as this world. The mind is the master molder of raw materials. We can take the materials provided by nature and fashion anything our mind can conceive. And we are free to do it. We ought to do it. Selfless work is the answer. This is a subtle thing, this working selflessly. We are to engage in productive action and take joy in the action itself and perform because it is right and good, not because we want to personally gain from the action. If we perform right action, render a needed service, and feel worthy of adequate compensation, we will all know abundance. Again, if we perform right action, render a needed service, and feel worthy of adequate compensation, we will all know abundance. And we will have peace of mind because we will know we are in a right place in life. We will be happy and healthy. We will enjoy beautiful relationships with other people. Every aspect of our lives will be well-rounded and harmonious. It is worthy to note that here Roy is not, in fact, the word money has not even featured. He says that if we perform right action, render a needed service, and feel worthy of adequate compensation, we will know abundance. And we will have peace of mind because we will know we are in our right place in life. These things are more important than just money. He says that, and we will have peace of mind because we will know we are in our right place in life. We will be happy and healthy. We will enjoy beautiful relationships with other people, not only be quarreling with everybody around you, that nobody can approach you. That is not the way. Let everybody feel free, even if they are coming to say something which is of little relevance. Let them still feel free to come to you because they know that you are a listening person. We will be happy and healthy. We will enjoy beautiful relationships with other people. Every aspect of our lives will be well-rounded and harmonious. There is nothing wrong with visualizing success, happiness, creativity, and abundance. But we must soon move into the full awareness that it is ours. We must synchronize thoughts, feelings, and actions and remain at the level of full realization. We must synchronize thoughts, feelings, and actions and remain at the level of full realization. That is our lot in life, knowing the truth and reality of life, full realization. When this happens, we will naturally express the more abundant life, and it will be easy with no strain. Too much positive thinking, too much prayer, treatment, and inner work is an indication of a subconscious belief in lack and limitation. Too much positive thinking, too much prayer, treatment, and inner work is an indication of a subconscious belief in lack and limitation. This reminds me of meditation. It is like meditation. When we go into meditation, we do not have to struggle. We do not have to strain. We do not have to force. It's a natural process. Meditation is a natural process by which we turn our attention to our clear aspect of ourselves, our spirit. Too much positive thinking, too much prayer, treatment, and inner work is an indication of a subconscious belief in lack and limitation. We are to move freely in the realization of abundance. This calls for self-discipline. It means we will have to monitor our thoughts and feelings so that we do not speak, think, or feel lack or limitation. We have to monitor our thoughts and feelings so that we do not speak, think, or lack, or feel lack or limitation. All of the positive thinking in the world will not cause us to be successful if we subconsciously think and feel limitation, or if we try to justify our limitation by saying it is due to a karmic condition. Along with selfless creative activity, we must also keep our world in order. I like that point. Along with our selfless creative activity, we must also keep our world in order. We have to try and leave the world a better place than we came to meet it. We should learn to schedule our time and arrange our pattern of living so that order and purpose are clearly evidenced in all that we do. Just think, great infinite life is appearing as this life in lavish abundance. There is enough for everybody. Think also how wonderful it is that man has the ability to adjust his mental attitude and accept success, fulfillment, right action, and prosperity, if only he decides to do it. Formless mind substance is constantly forming as the things of this world. How it forms depends largely upon us. As the environment we live in is the reflection of our mental imagery, we see how important it is to maintain the right thoughts and attitudes always. And just a point of whatever. Just last night, Reverend Kwame Techi put on the CSA platform a list of books which are very, like those who have achieved substance in life. Some 10 books which are very important if you get even one or two of them. You see, these days, reading has become absent in our lives. But I remember when we were growing up, reading was very, very important. And some of us still do it, I believe, because Reverend Techi has never lost that thing. Reverend has never lost it. I do it. I know others too do it. So please, let us, apart from, let's take it, going on social media to hear all kinds of good things like God is good, don't speak evil. Let us also learn to read. Reading helps to broaden the mind and give us good thoughts. Formless substance is equally just the great infinite life is appearing as this world in lavish abundance. It is through man that the infinite will can be expressed. Without man, the world would exist. Without man, the world would exist, but civilization would not. We have in our power, while we are here, to arrange the world in an orderly manner and form conditions so that our life is easier, and also others' lives are easier, giving us more freedom to pursue the real goal of life and to create a desirable environment for those who are to follow us into the world, and to create a desirable environment for those who are to follow us into the world. What a marvelous opportunity, and what a shame if we should let pass. Remember that Roy has passed on, but we are still benefiting from his life, his books, and everything that he expressed while he was here on planet Earth. Let us endeavor to do the same and leave the world a better place than we came to meet it. Remember, we are not in this world to merely get by. We are here to attain self-realization and to do God's will. The greater our ability, the more good we can do. The more we can handle of this world's substance in a wise and prudent manner, the faster God can create through us an enlightened world. The easier it is for us to live in the consciousness of abundance, the more time we have for educating and helping to awaken others. We are not here merely to feed and clothe the body. We are here that the infinite might be glorified through us. Let us give thanks, therefore, for the abundance which is already ours. Remember, Jesus broke bread and gave thanks to God. We are not here merely to feed and clothe the body. We are here that the infinite might be glorified through us. Let us give thanks, therefore, for the abundance which is already ours. Thank you, Father, for the abundance which is already ours. Let us learn to see through problems, banish obstacles, erase all limitation, and express ourselves as we are meant to express. Read inspired literature. Meditate. Be established in the consciousness of your real nature. Then take upon yourself the task of assisting in the regeneration of the world. Please let us sit in a comfortable position and repeat this affirmation. Today, I'll read it first. And then, today, I am established in the clear awareness of my soul nature. I know that I am an expression of God in this world. Therefore, I am free, healthy, happy, prosperous, and productive. I give thanks and I rejoice. Okay. Today, I am established in the clear awareness of my soul nature. Today, I am established in the clear awareness of my soul nature. I know that I am an expression of God in this world. I know that I am an expression of God in this world. Therefore, I am free, healthy, happy, prosperous, and productive. I give thanks and I rejoice. I give thanks and I rejoice. For the second time, today I am established in the clear awareness of my soul nature. Today I am established in the clear awareness of my soul nature. I know that I am an expression of God in this world. That I am an expression of God in this world. Therefore, I am free, healthy, happy, prosperous, and productive. I give thanks and I rejoice. For the last time, today I am established in the clear awareness of my soul nature. I know that I am an expression of God in this world. Therefore, I am free, healthy, happy, prosperous, and productive. I give thanks and I rejoice. Thank you very much.